this is almost taking a step away or a bit backwards from what we're talking about, because a lot of the things we've talked about, especially Chewy, is how Luxon's not very good at this, right? He's not very good at this, and he doesn't have good, what's the word? He doesn't have good, like, the ability to see what he should be doing, to read the room sort of thing as well. This morning,
really tone deaf.
yeah, this morning on breakfast as well. We give Jenna Lynch a bit of stick every now and again, but she, along with many other in the media today, made some very good points about Mr. Luxon missing the moment where he could have made a massive difference to himself, to his position, and to the controversy swirling around him when he was at Waitangi, and he could have said from the podium, guys, we're not voting for it. And he didn't do it. He couldn't read the room. And so I just want to play this, give Jenna her credit where credit's due. She's not the only one who said it today, but it's important to just point out again what a idiot this guy is.
He could have said that on the treaty grounds. He could have saved that message, and it would have been a real moment for him, addressing the concerns that Māori have been raising. The other thing that he said to you was a little bit of an explanation of why we ended up here in the first place. I mean, everyone kind of was reading between the lines, and obviously the ACT Party went into negotiations with this as a bottom line. But again, he hasn't really clearly laid out that path thus.
That's something else. I'm not to cut her off. He's been saying all day today, we've been very clear about this for a long time. It's like, no, you haven't.
He never
haven't been. If the audience isn't clear, that means you haven't been clear.
He's let everyone kind of do the reading into it for him. But today he said the ACT Party had it as a bottom line. It was a major sticking point in negotiations, and that was what they had to do to get a government across the line.
I mean, that's absolutely true. He did leave the door a little bit ajar with that Treaty Principles Bill, and then this morning he kind of slammed it and was like, nah. And you're right, it could have been an incredible moment for him if he'd done that up in Waitangi.
Yeah, could have been an incredible moment if he'd done that up at Waitangi, but he didn't read the room. He didn't have the initiative. He hasn't got the nous. I think, Bomber, what you're saying about who's really, like, I don't know if it's come out. It'd be pretty easy if it hasn't yet to do it for a cartoonist to have both Seymour and Peters above him with the puppet strings and have Luxon down the bottom just doing that, because that's kind of how it feels. He does everything on reflection, and we weren't going to talk about this in this thing. I've got some more clips to play later, Chewy, about the carbon copy speech. Like, he's thought about an excuse today, which is horse shit, because if that was truth, he would have said it yesterday when he was asked about it. He thinks about everything in the rear vision mirror. I guess it's exactly what they've been doing the whole time, Chewy, about looking backwards as to when this country used to be great. His politics and the way he works is in the rear vision mirror. He doesn't know what to say in the moment. He goes to the 9th floor and gets advice. He then speaks very clearly the next day on what he meant, which is a losing strategy, Marty.
Look, I think what we saw with him suddenly turning the story of, didn't you just repeat the same bloody story? And him, I meant to do that. I was doubling down because we're doing the same and we're holding this and this. If any of that was true, exactly as you said, if any of that was true, then he would have actually used it as a point during the actual speech. That's not true. He didn't. Or
when the journalists asked yesterday. Why
that's right. But they were caught out.
Yeah.
But what I think has happened is the National Party hierarchy have freaked out so much about how shit Luxon is that they've actually sent him. This is what I think. I think they've sent him on a 48-hour CEO boot camp to be more assertive, right? And I think that what you saw him playing out was a private boy alpha jock move, right? He doubles down. He's like, and because all he's trying to do is sell the authority. I think everyone's been terrified and taken aback by how weak he is with Winston and David. And so he's got this new strategy of doubling down and looking dynamic, and I call it my way. It's all garbage. It's all basic 101 CEO mind talk. And it's all sort of trying to make it look like he's got more power than he actually really does. He's got very little power and just lying to our faces about, bro, I meant to do that, bro. And you're just like, oh, come on. This is garbage. You're lying to our faces and you expect us to believe it. I mean, this is just such basic stuff. And I don't think because I think the writer's still trying to get the right narrative about him. Remember, at first it was, isn't he so great because he's not a politician, and that's why he keeps getting things wrong and has to come back and tell us in 24 hours what he really meant. So at first it was, he's not a politician, that's so great. Then he's the great deal maker. Oh, he's going to cut a deal, it's so good. Oh, he's the best because he's such a great deal maker. And then the deal maker comes out and I go, oh my God, this is shit. National's been screwed over by Winston and Seymour. So now it's, but he's moderate. Oh, it's a moderate government, and there's and yet they've passed legislation for 8,000 tax cuts, for 8,000 deaths for tobacco tax cuts. The first thing they pushed through was attacking workers. Then it was attacking renters. Then it's taking environment money. This is not moderate. They've got us into a war with America in the first 100 days. This isn't moderate. They're attacking Māori left, right, and centre, and then sort of go, but we're not going to go through with it, eh? We're gonna light the cross, right? Here we're going to light the cross. But then, and some people in white, hoods are going to gather. But then once the cross is burning, and everyone's like, but then we'll pull it back. Then we'll pull it back from the brink. And you're going, this isn't moderate. This is crazy. And now the latest story, they're trying to get the spin on him. Oh, he's the great Svengali. He's a chess master. He's playing out, and he's playing David out, and he's just such a genius. The reality is he's incredibly weak. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and he's getting screwed over by the two best players in the game. That's the reality, and we don't know how to frame that.
Yeah, you say they're talking about him playing chess. I think maybe last card, maybe Snap. Snap's probably about the level of expertise he's at the moment.